Okay, here's a wild thought for you. What if, right now, the Earth just stopped? Like, hit the emergency brake. It sounds like science fiction, right? But thinking about it really shows you just how much our world depends on this constant, incredible motion we never even notice.
Yeah, just 5 seconds. I mean, what can you even do in 5 seconds? Blink a few times? But if the Earth stopped for that tiny amount of time, oh man, it would unleash a kind of chaos you literally can't imagine. So to get this, let's first talk about how our planet moves right now.
Right, so before we get to the disaster movie stuff, we gotta understand the normal situation. Our planet is in this constant, super powerful spin, and the crazy part is, we don't feel a thing.
Get this, if you're standing at the equator, you are whipping around at 1,670 kilometers per hour. Let that sink in. That is faster than the speed of sound. And all that spinning energy, well, it's pretty much key to everything.
So you might be asking, why don't I feel like I'm on a cosmic merry-go-round? Good question. It's all about relative motion. Think of it like being on an airplane. You don't feel like you're going 800 kilometers an hour, right? Because everything in the plane, the air, the seats, you, is moving together. Same deal with Earth. We're all on this cosmic ride together, moving at the same speed.
Okay, so what happens if that cosmic ride suddenly, and I mean suddenly, slams on the brakes? Well, that's when a little thing called inertia takes over. And trust me, the results are catastrophic.
Like we said, right now we're all moving in sync. It's totally fine. But if the planet itself stops, everything on the surface, everything not bolted down to the core, is going to keep going at that original speed. That's inertia 101 for you. An object in motion stays in motion.
And when I say everything, I mean everything. Buildings ripped right off their foundations. Cars, trees, us, we'd all be launched eastward at over 1,000 kilometers an hour. The planet's surface would basically become a giant high-speed blender. Even the air would turn into a weapon.
You know, one of the sources we looked at put it perfectly. It said it would feel like the strongest storm ever, but much worse. Forget a hurricane, forget a tornado. This is a global, instant cataclysm. It would literally scrape the surface of the Earth clean. And just when you think, wow, that can't get any worse, we haven't even talked about the two biggest players on the field, the oceans and the atmosphere. Their momentum alone would be, well, let's just say devastating. So, the oceans, they're not stopping. All that water, all that mass, is going to keep right on moving. You'd get these gigantic, planet-sized tsunamis that would just surge across entire continents. Not in hours, but in minutes. And the atmosphere? Same story. It keeps moving, creating winds so fast they'd make a fighter jet look like it's standing still. This superheated, high-speed wind would basically sandblast the entire planet. Any city near a coast that somehow survived the tsunami, yeah, it's gone. Okay, so that's the first second of pure horror. But what happens next? I mean, does it make a difference if this whole thing is just for 5 seconds or if the Earth stops for good? Here's the really grim part. Even if the Earth, like magic, started spinning again after those 5 seconds, it wouldn't matter. It's too late. The damage is done. The surface of our world would be completely and irreversibly destroyed. And what if it stopped for good? Well, say goodbye to a 24-hour day. A single day would last for 6 months, followed by 6 months of pure darkness. One half of the planet would be cooked to a crisp, and the other half would be a frozen wasteland. Life? Well, life as we know it would be completely impossible. So yeah, it's a terrifying thought for sure, but it's just a thought experiment. It's not going to happen. So what's the point? What can we actually learn from this?
Okay, deep breaths everyone, because the good news is this can't actually happen. The laws of physics just won't allow it. There's this thing called conservation of angular momentum, which is a fancy way of saying that once something big is spinning, it really, really wants to keep spinning. There's no off switch. No force out there is big enough to just stop the Earth on a dime.
So the real takeaway here isn't to have a new nightmare. It's to appreciate the insane, delicate balance that makes our life possible. Everything we know, our entire existence, depends on this one simple fact. The Earth keeps spinning. It really shows you the two sides of our planet, doesn't it? On one hand, it's this incredibly powerful place, with forces we can barely even comprehend. But on the other hand, the systems that keep us alive are so fragile. It all comes down to that perfect physical balance. Which kind of brings us to the big final question. This whole complicated, incredible dance of physics is the only reason we're here. So when you think about that perfect balance, what does it tell you about our place in the universe? And just how special, how unbelievably precious this planet really is?